Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Recently, the League of Women Voters for Sunapee and Kearsarge hosted a forum at the Kearsarge School District's Professional Development Center of our local New Hampshire House Representatives. Over the next few weeks, we'll hear from 5 of them. Today, our guest is Dan Wolf from Newbury.
Thank you. I'm Dan Wolf. I live in Newbury. I represent Merrimack 7 along with Karen Ebel. I'm in my 4th term, 8 years. It's been a very interesting ride. It takes you at least 2 terms to figure out how the process works. I think I finally have a handle on it. At least I know I can find my way to the cafeteria now. But all kidding aside, it's been a huge learning experience, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit. As you get more familiar with the process, you feel yourself being comfortable and willing to raise your hand and do things. And I guess one of the things that I've been able to do, and I said to my wife when we had the elections back in November, I said, November of a year ago, I said, it's going to be great because we're all balanced and everything will go well together. People are going to work together to pass legislation. Little did I realize that it just meant that the fight was going to get bigger and harder. A number of bills have gone and been decided by 1 or 2 votes. And out of 400 House members, 1 or 2 votes is not very much. One of the things that I have done this year, besides being in my 3rd year on the Holocaust and Genocide Education Committee, it was something that was passed last year. Enjoyed that very much. We now have mandated that grades 5 on up shall have a program of Holocaust and genocide education. And that's been very, very productive. Tom White out of the Cohen Center at Keene State has been heading up our group, and we've made quite some progress now. We've got a curriculum, a model curriculum for the elementary schools and the high schools, and that's gone well. I have sponsored several bills, mostly on the environment, and they vary as well. 1408 is one that is extending the life of the Holocaust and genocide education. It was supposed to expire at June 30th of this year, and it's now going for another 3 years. 1450 is an environmental bill that I feel very good about, that we were able to have the Commissioner of the Department of Safety put a no-wake zone on a lake if the environmental conditions are so dangerous. Last year, in the middle of the summer, when Lake Sunapee and Pleasant Lake and other bodies of water was basically overflowing, it reduced down the speed limit because the wakes of boats were getting out of control. So one of the more controversial bills that I got involved in and became a co-sponsor was House Bill 1283. I call it the Death with Dignity bill. It allows you to make arrangements to end your life at a time with certain medical conditions, to doctors, etc. It has passed the House, and it's in the Senate right now. And I guess the biggest thing that when I get home at night, my wife says, well, how does the day go? What'd you pass today? I said, didn't pass anything, but we stopped some horrible legislation from passing. So a negative quite often can be a positive. And I look forward to working with you. And people ask me whether I'm a represent the Republicans or the Democrats. And those of you that know me know that I represent you, and I'm not a real party person. So, thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan, and thank you to the League of Women Voters that brings us nonpartisan forums to inform and educate voters. Next week, we'll hear from Sunapee's Representative Linda Tanner. When we return, we'll hear about the craft of tying flies. But first, these words from another one of the underwriters of Yankee Chronicle. You too could become one by emailing us at info@ycnnow.com. Please stay with us.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.